All right. Okay, let me just do that. So I guess I can start now. All right, I'm Rini. I'm the inventor of the EasyKnotter right here. And what we're going to be doing today is this necklace, this double strand necklace right here. I did pre-string my beads, so I didn't have to, waste a lot of time stringing them for you, but I want to just describe something for you. We're going to use the 10 millimeter cord that has a needle attached. That's my favorite cord. I love it. And to get what you just do, you just unravel the cord. I have one here, right here. And then to get the kinks out, what I usually do is just, spread it apart like that. Or what I do is I take my hot iron, my flat iron, and I just run it through, and that will get all the kinks out. All right, so that's basically what I needed to say for you right now. So I am going to go over and we're going to start the project. Okay, thanks. All righty. So what we're going to do is, let's see, for this one here. Let's see. We want to do a crimp bead with a jump ring to start it. So what I'm going to do is I've already started this one. I'm going to show you how to do it with a scrap piece of cord right now. You tie a knot at the end of the cord. You take a crimp bead. Let's see. Let me just do this to my phone. 1 second. There you go. I couldn't see my phone. Okay. There's the crimp bead. And here's a closed jump ring. You want to make sure that you're using a closed jump ring. So, and then you just put that on the cord. And then you bring the crimp bead and the jump ring all the way down at the knot. And then what you want to do here, my hands are just so slippery. I used cream on my hands just before. All right. You're going to take the needle and bring it through the crimp bead. I'll get that right there. What the heck? There we go. Got it. And then you want to bring the needle all the way through to secure the jump ring. There. Just like that. Make sure it's right up to the jump ring, and then you get your crimping pliers. There's two parts. We're going to use the bottom part first. Just go right there, crimp it, and then you use the top, right like that. Oops, got it. And then what I like to do is I use my chain nose pliers and I give it an extra crimp, extra security. Give it a good tug, make sure that it's secure, and then trim the excess cord. Make sure you trim the right cord. Just like that. Okay. So that's how you would start the necklace. There you go. So now what I did is I pre-strung all my beads. There's 15 of the crystals right there. And so all you have to do, let me show you. I have 2 extra beads here. You just string them on. Just like that. Very simple. And what's really great is that it has the needle attached. Love it. Okay. So now to start the necklace, what we're going to do is, well, this side is for right-handed people. This side's for left-handed people. I'm right-handed, so I'm using this side. I'm going to start with a knot right up to the crimp bead. So you just create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through, bring the crimp bead through, put the loop on the post, always have that loop facing you. I like to close up the loop, put my index finger towards the post, and then I'm going to pull until that crimp bead is right up to the post. My index finger and thumb, I'm going to give it a good pinch. I'm going to lift it off, give a tug, and then there's my knot right there. Now what I want to do is I'm going to bring a bead down. We want a knot at the other side of the bead. So all you have to do is create the loop for the knot, make like a little X, bring all your beads through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you. I'm going to close up the loop. And for this one, I want to bring that bead right up to the post. Let that bead go wherever it wants to go. Don't try and bring it back to the measurement line. The knot won't be tight enough. So really tight tension. And then what you do is you just take your next bead and then you just lift the knot off the post and take this bead right there and push it towards the knot. And there you go, nice and tight right up to the bead. And for this necklace here, we're going to use the 3/4 inch marking right there, the measurement. And what you do again, create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through, loop on the post. I'm going to close up the loop, and then I'm going to pull until my previous knot is at the 3/4 inch right there. My index finger and thumb, lift the knot off the post, give a tug, and there's my knot. And then I'm going to bring a bead down, and I want a knot on the other side of the bead. And again, you just create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, close up the loop. And for this one, again, you're going to pull until that bead is right up to the post. Take your next bead. And then, you can just like lift the knot off the post that way and just push your bead towards the knot. And there you go, nice and tight. And that's all there is to it. It's you get into your own rhythm. You just bring all your beads through, loop on the post, going to close up the loop. And this goes back and forth wherever you want it. But then again, we're using the 3/4 inch, which is right there. Index finger and thumb, lift it up, off. There's your knot. Bring your next bead down. And then you're just going to create the loop for the knot. Bring everything through. Make sure you get all the beads through. Loop on the post facing you, closing up the loop, and giving a really good tug. Take your next bead. And then lift the knot off the post. Push the bead towards the knot. Nice and tight. Okay. And then again, create the loop for the knot. And what I like to do is I like to open up the loop, grab the cord to bring the beads through, and then put the loop on the post facing you, the 3/4 inch, index finger, thumb, lift off, give a tug. There's your knot. Then bring the bead down, another knot on the other side, create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, close it up, bring the bead down, and take your next bead. It goes very quickly. Once you get into your own rhythm, there you go. And remember, if you miss something, you can always watch it on YouTube. The class will be there, I think, tomorrow. And then what you do, just bring that loop to the knot, 3/4 inch right there, index finger, thumb, lift off, give a tug, there's your knot. Okay, your next bead, create the loop for the knot, grabbing my cord, bringing all the beads through, put the loop on the post, going to close up the loop and pull the bead right up to the post, lift it off, give a tug, and there's your knot. Okay, and again, we're almost through with this one, this necklace. I can go a little bit faster because I want to make sure we have enough time for everything. And then just bring all your beads through. And there you go. And what I like to do to start and stop these necklaces, I use the closed jump ring on both sides because, if you only wanted to wear one of the necklaces, you would just use the one. We'll explain it more at the end. And then just bring everything through. There we go. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. And then you lift the knot off the post, bring that bead down. Just again, create the loop for the knot. Like I like to hold that cord, bring everything through, loop on the post, always have that facing you. And then just go to the 3/4 inch mark, index finger, thumb, lift the knot off the post. There you go. And then your next knot, create the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post facing you, close up the loop, and just bring that, make sure you bring that tight down to there. Take your next bead, lift it off, and then just push that bead towards the knot. And there you go. And then, you do your knot whichever way is best for you. This is just one way of how you can do your knot, but do it whichever way is best for you, okay? And then you bring your bead down and you want the knot on the other side. Create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, close up the loop, and here you go, nice and tight. Bring down your next bead. Okay. Lift it off, give a tug. All right, I'm going to start doing this a little bit faster so we can get to the next necklace, which is the pearl knotted one. Well, the pearl technique knotted one. Okay. And see him just go nice little flow. Let me show you another way of taking the knot off the post also. This is a little bit, a little bit harder, but it's fun to learn both ways. So what you do, you bring the bead down, create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through, put the loop on the post facing you, close that up, and then you want to make sure that bead is right up against the post. Your index finger, it's like a little tripod. Index finger, middle finger, grip the bead, thumb on that knot and cord. You get a good grip, let go of the cord, lift it off, make sure you don't move your finger or thumb, give a tug, and that also brings the knot right up to the bead. So there's a couple of different ways of taking the knot off, and use whichever way is best for you. Okay, a few more beads. There we go. Okay, hold on, almost forgot the spacing. Yeah. Okay. Another knot. There we go. And let's see. The other 3/4 right there. Bring down another bead, and we are almost done with this necklace. If you have any questions, just let me know. Be glad to answer it. And then just lift the knot, bring the bead there. Excellent. And then right here, the 3/4 inch right there. And then just create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through. This is the last bead for this necklace. And then just hold that tight. You can either put another extra bead on there to get that one off, or what I'm just going to do is just use the little tripod, the index finger and thumb, and just lift it off, give a tug, and there's your knot. So this necklace is complete. So what you want to do, what I really wanted to tell you also is, after I pre-string my beads, I always wrap the cord around the little cardboard that you get the cord on. It helps it make more organized. So now what I want to do is we are going to put another jump ring at the end of the cord. So there'll be 2 jump rings. Make sure they're closed jump rings. All right. And so this is great, because then if you want to wear just this necklace, you just add a clasp and wear that one. And if you wanted to wear the other one alone, you can do that also. But then again, they look so pretty together. All right. So now what you want to do is you get a jump ring. I'm sorry, a crimp bead, just like that. And then your jump ring closed. Bring that all the way down to the last knot. Okay. And then you get, see that's right there. You get the needle, bring the needle back through the crimp bead. Okay. And then you're going to pull the cord until the jump ring is right up to the crimp bead. And what I like to do is I like to put my fingers between this loop so it doesn't, the cord doesn't get tangled. Okay. So, and now we want to bring this all the way right up to there. Perfect. Okay. And what I like to do, I don't like to do it all the way up to the jump ring, because you want to leave a little bit of room, because once you crimp it, it's going to add more space. So what I usually do is just use my thumbnail just to get that little spacing in there, so I know that I have enough space. Again, with the crimping pliers, we're going to use the bottom one first. You just smash it in there like that, and then see, it's a nice little U. Take the top one. There, perfect. Okay, nice and tight. Oh, yep. Again, I like to use my chain nose pliers right there. Perfect. And then I get my cutters. You can use scissors, whichever is best for you. Make sure you cut the right cord. Go all the way up there, all the way close, and just give it a cut. There, so you made your first necklace right here. Beautiful. And now we're going to start the pearl knotted one, where there's no spacing in between. Again, get this out of the way. Okay. There's 43 of the 8 millimeter beads. And the reason why I chose the 10, the size 10 cord is because the hole was a little bit big. I usually like to use size 6, but this hole was too big, and then the knot would just go over. It wouldn't hold the knot. So that's why I'm using the size 10 for this one. And, we're just doing that same crimp bead with the closed jump ring. And now we're going to just start this one. It's basically the same way. Just unravel my cord a bit. Okay. And then you want to knot right up to the crimp bead, create the loop for the knot, bring the crimp bead and the jump ring through, put the loop on the post facing you, closing up the loop, and then I'm going to pull to that crimp bead is right up to the post. My index finger and thumb lift the knot off the post. Make sure you keep pinching that before you tug on the cord. Then you're going to tug on the cord, and there you go. Knot right up to the crimp bead. Now you want to bring down a bead, and then the same thing, create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post, have it facing you, and then you're just going to pull to that bead is right up to the post. And then you just take your next bead and you lift it off just like that, and then you're just going to push the bead that you have in your fingers to the knot, just like that. There, and that closes the knot. And that's all this is. You just create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post. And again, I like to use my index finger. Some people like to just go like this, but that, I find it easier putting your index finger to close up the loop first, and then bring the next bead down, lift the knot. There you go. Nice and tight. Okay. We can just do this really fast. This goes very fast. There's no spacing in between here. There. So any questions, just let me know. Be glad to answer them. I hope I'm not going too fast for you, but I want to make sure you know how to finish up the necklace. I want to make sure I have enough time. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have plenty of time. Okay, good. There we go. Create the loop for the knot. Bring everything through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, close up the loop. There you go. Nice and tight. And then you're just going to lift the knot off the post, push the bead towards the knot, and there you go. And then you're just going to do this again. And it goes very quickly. There. And this is nice when you use all different beads. You know, they look so pretty together. There we go. See? Coming out really pretty. And what's nice is that the cord comes in all different colors. So you can pick whatever color you like for your project. This is all you have to do. You know, just keep knotting. And like I said, you get into your own rhythm. And I always like to have one necklace prepared and leave it in like the car or wherever. So if I have to wait for somebody, I can always make a necklace or whatever, or a bracelet, earrings. Very cool. There you go. Again. And what's good is that, you know, you can use any size bead with the EasyKnotter. You know, very tiny, teeny beads or large ones. So hope you're enjoying this. I just love, you know, I usually have my music playing, have a candle on, very relaxing. And the results are, wow, so much fun. All right, and put that off. There we go. Oh, this is very good. We are almost half done here. I hope you don't mind them going a little bit faster. There, but I want to show you, like, you know, how easy this can be for you. There's like these new necklaces out that have all the different colors. And I was playing with it over the weekend, and it was just so much fun of seeing all the different colors together, just ready for spring and summer. And there were like a rondelle beads, quite pretty. And I think they were like an 8mm bead, very pretty. Lift that off. There you go. There. I really hope you don't mind me going fast, but I want to make sure that I show you other things too. Go. And then just lifting that off right there. I like working with very tiny beads. I was doing one that was like a 2mm. Oh, they're so pretty. And with that one, I would probably use a size 3 cord. But, you know, because the holes were very tiny. But it was just such a very dainty little necklace. Very cool. Okay. There we go. Almost there. I think some, you know, people, like when you're first learning, the hardest part is getting all the beads through the loop. So like I said, I like to just grab, like I'm holding the cord, and then I just grab all the beads. My index finger is pulling them all the way through, and then I put the loop on the post again, and then just tighten them up. Some people, it's very funny. I'll tell you what they do. They look, just grab it just like that, which is great. There. Okay, just, you know, make sure you have like tight tensions on the cord when you're doing this. There we go. Okay. Lifting that off. Here, look at that. So pretty. There. bringing the bead down, lift it off, give a push. There you go. You know, and then again, if you wanted to use like the tripod, you know, well, the index finger, thumb, the middle finger, you just, you know, get that little tripod going. Make sure you get that really tight tension on there, and then you let that go, lift off, and then give a tug, and then there's your knot too. But that's, you know, that takes a little bit of practice, but you know, use whichever way it's best for you. All the beads through. Okay. Then you bring the bead down, lift it off. Excellent. Okay. Right. Remember, bring all your beads through. And I'm always having my index finger towards the post. It makes it so much easier to close up that loop. And then bring that down. Let those beads go wherever they want to go. Lift off, give a tug. There we go. Lift that off. Okay. There's that. We have like 5 more beads to knot. That one. And bring the next bead down. Lift that off. There. So pretty. I love this color. It goes with so many different things. And I like, you know, the knot. I love the knotted look. And it's so elegant looking. You could wear it with jeans. You could wear it with your favorite outfit. Just bring the beads down. There we go. And it all looks beautiful. Closing up that loop. Bringing the bead there. Taking that next bead, lifting it off, pushing the bead. There. And what you want to do is make sure you just have like control over the cord, like just pushing that index finger towards the post, bringing that bead to the post, taking your next bead, lifting off. There you go. Okay, we are almost there. Then I'll show you some other things you can do. And if you have a knot where it doesn't, you know, sometimes it'll come off the post by accident, just use a pin or tweezers to get the knot out. And that works. Go. All right, last bead. Hey. Okay, so there it is. Lifting it off. And there you go. Just finished the other necklace. Wow, it didn't take long at all. Cool. Anyway, so now we're going to put the other jump ring on the other side. So I just unraveled the cord from the cardboard, and you take your crimp bead, just like that. I think these like a 2.2 millimeter. Get your closed jump ring, and really, I can't stress that enough. Make sure that it's closed, because if you use the open one, it's going to break, and the cord is going to go through the open jump ring. Yeah, and make sure you have good jump ring also. Oops, I'm sorry, my mistake. I have to do a knot first. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post facing me, use my index finger to close up the loop, and then like I have, you know, pretty tight tension on both sides, and I'm just going to pull, And with this one, I didn't do the anchor bead, so I'm going to use a tripod. So just going to grip the bead, lift it off, give a tug, and then there's my knot. And now I'm going to bring the crimp bead down. And then bring the needle right through the crimp bead, going towards the necklace that you just created. And then I have my hands within the loop of the cord, so it doesn't get tangled. Go. Just keep pulling. Want that to get tangled. There. And then just pull it all the way up to that knot. And like I said, you don't want it all the way up to the jump ring. So just, get your finger right there. Be a little bit of indentation there. That should be good. And then get your crimping pliers. Use the bottom part first. And another thing I want to make sure, when you crimp, make sure you don't get the jump ring in there. I've done that a few times and it just breaks it. So there's that one crimp. And then take the top part of the crimp bead pliers. Oops, sorry about that. And then just crimp that right like that. Then you get your chain those pliers, little extra security there. And you can put crimp covers on there if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. For this one, I didn't, but it's your preference, okay? And then you just trim the cord. And there you have 2 of them done. Perfect. So what I like to do is I like to stretch. Let me see if I can do it this way. Yeah, you can see it. I like to stretch it a little bit, just so it gives it a better flow. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. I'll do the same with this. Okay. Just like that. Just so it has a nice flow to it. Okay. And now we're just going to use the clasp. I use this one. I think these are really fun. I did have a problem trying to open it to stay open. And so let's see if I can do it now. I put cream on my hands and it's slippery. So what you to put this on the clasp, you put this one on first. Okay. And then you want to put the spacing on next, the spacing necklace on next. Let me try and get that in there. It's that one. And then this one goes on next, the spacing part one. Let's see if I can get that open again. They're usually not this tight. I love these. These are great. But this one's a little bit tight. Okay. And then you could use whatever clasp you like. Oh, this is not. Sorry about that, guys. I'm like, all right, there. I think I got it. Hold on a second. There. Ah, my hands are very slippery right now. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. All right, there we go. Oy, oy, oy. There's that one. So you wanted to put this one on first. and then the spacing 1, and then you're going to end with the pearl style knotted. Okay. There. Finally. Perfect. Okay, so that's, that's the necklace that you just made right here. And remember that it's going to be on YouTube, so if you miss part of it, you can watch it there, and you can use whatever clasp you like. And like I said, if you just wanted to wear one necklace, you just add like maybe a lobster clasp to it. And I like to use the jump rings, because sometimes I would just use the spring ring or the lobster clasp and have it right there, and then they would break, and then I would have to do the whole necklace over. So if it breaks, I don't have to do it over. I just replace the spring ring or the lobster clasp, whatever. But let's see, what time is it? Oh, we're doing good. Okay. And then also, if you don't have the jump ring, you can make your own right here. So what you do with this one, because I was going to do it here where you attach the cord to the little loop there. Let me see if I have so I'm going to do this really quickly for you. These are round nose pliers. Oops. And then I made a little. There we go. Just twist that a little bit. Just gonna do this very quickly. There. Trim it. I'm going to like squeeze it together a little bit because I'm not the best wire wrapping right now. There we go. And you take your bead. It makes it more decorative too. Oh, the lighting in here is not the best. There. And then you just make another loop on the other side. And just wrap it. There. And then you just clip it. So this is, if you don't have a good closed jump ring, you can make your own. So you would start, with the jump ring, with the crimp bead here, and continue. And then this would be where you would put the clasp. I hope that made sense. But that's how it is right there. So that's it for now, I guess. I don't know. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. And the reason I used a size 6 millimeter jump ring, it was to fit over this clasp. So that's, you can use, if you're going to use a different clasp, you can use, different millimeters of that. But yeah, I think that was it. So I guess I'll go back over to here. And I want to thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And, if you have any questions, just please let me know. Okay, thank you.